Hello, and welcome to another edition of the MOSE STOVALL Show. And I'm your host, MOSE STOVALL. Good evening, y'all, and welcome back to another edition of the MOSE STOVALL Show. I'm your host, MOSE STOVALL, and this evening I'm interviewing my man, Vernon the Don. He's a native of Texas, and he'll be here tonight with me, and I'll interview him just for you. Here he is, y'all, Vernon the Don. What's up, my brother?
Y'all good? Y'all good? I hope y'all doing good out there. I'm just hanging out with my big brother, Mr. MOSE STOVALL.
Well, welcome to the
Velvet Voice.
Hey, man, I appreciate that. And welcome to the show, man. Go ahead and introduce yourself to the people, man. Tell them where you're from, and we'll take it from there, man.
I'm Vernon the Don Washington. I'm originally from a little town called Center, Texas, East Texas. I reside now in Houston, Texas. Been singing. I was singing before I could talk.
Man.
And I'm just happy that my brother here is giving me some guidance along the way.
Well, welcome to the show, man. And, Vernon the Don, y'all, is a cat that I really admire in his career and what he's doing. I've watched him, and this brother is not involved in a lot of stuff that a lot of cats are. He's all about his music. He's a family man, first of all. Man, tell us a little bit about your family life, man. You know, what you're doing in your life, your wife and, your son.
I'm somebody's grandfather, I'm somebody's father, and
right.
I'm sure somebody's husband.
Right.
I've been singing forever. My wife couldn't do any of this without her. She's the piece of the puzzle.
Right.
Without her, I'm nothing. My kids, they give me great support, and of course the fans, they give me great support. But God, family, fans.
God, family, fans. I like that, man.
And other than that, man, I'm just glad to be doing music. I'm glad to be alive, man, in 2021.
Man, you
as
better
well,
say it.
because we lost a lot of people to COVID.
Right.
In 2019 and 2020.
Right. Well, let me ask you something, man. Did COVID affect you in any way?
It affected me, man. I'll be honest with you. I caught COVID in March of 2019.
Okay.
And that's when it was fresh and new, and nobody really knew what was going on.
Right.
The doctors just told me to go in quarantine, and I went in quarantine, and they gave me some medicine. I took some medicine they prescribed for me. And
right.
Other than that, everything turned out good. It was by God's grace and mercy. But I vowed that in 2019 that I wouldn't do any shows because of COVID, and I didn't do one, and not one.
Right.
I had no ambition on doing any shows during 2019 and the first quarter. I don't even think I did any in 2020.
Okay.
I just,
took a major break.
I took a major break, man. I had to get away from it because this thing was real.
Right.
And it was affecting mainly our people.
Right.
Our people. So, I didn't just want to get myself in a situation that I would be able to take something back to my family.
Oh man, that's deep, man. So you heard it. This is the birthday edition, y'all. We're actually at Taylor's in Houston, and we're celebrating my birthday tonight. And his brother is sitting at my table, and I'm honored to have him and his lovely wife at the table with me. You said you've been doing music, man, for all your life. Give us how long have you actually been recording music and making your own stuff? Because you do original music.
I started doing music. Original music back in, I'll say maybe 6 years ago, and I started out with a guy you guys may know, TK Soul.
Mm-hmm.
He produced my first CD.
Okay.
And
he produced your whole CD?
Yeah.
That whole first project?
The whole first project. He produced it, and he produced a couple of singles after that, but the whole while he was giving me the recipe to the game and telling me that the best investment I could make was in myself.
Okay.
And so I started investing in myself and getting my own equipment and just learning how the business worked, the business side. The main thing he taught me was the business side of it.
Right.
The business side is where, that's where the money is. The fame and the glitter and the glamour, that's when you're performing. But if you don't take care of your business side of it,
right,
then you may be singing, but somebody else is getting your money.
Well, that's what they say. Don't let your business handle you. You have to handle your business.
That's right.
And so how many albums, how many songs have you recorded or albums you have to this day?
Right now, I think I've got 3 CDs out.
Okay.
And about 7 singles, and I just finished the song. Actually, I just finished recording with Crystal Thomas.
Right, I love Crystal.
We just did a duet together. Kiko Prod just produced a track for me. Beat Flipper, we just did some work together.
Okay.
And Omar Cunningham, we just did some work together.
My old label mate, Omar Cunningham.
Antonio Turner, Tony T. We
T.
just did some work together. So I've been busy, man. I'm just picking the right time to let it come out.
Right.
I'm letting it trickle out just a little bit at a time, but I really appreciate the fans that have supported me, even though I haven't been at the forefront. They still supported me, and they still buying the music, and I appreciate that. Right. I really do.
Well, I'll say, man, you know, I DJ and do different things on the radio. I'm a radio personality, and I play your music, man, on the regular, and I like to call him R. Kelly, y'all. And I ain't talking about R. Kelly of no certain genre. Tell me, what do you consider yourself to be, man? Because a lot of people like to label themselves, which I don't in my music. And I know you're the kind of cat, man, you make good music. I'll say that. And I don't label your music because it doesn't sound like anything else. It sounds like your stuff.
I believe I believe music is music, but if I had to put a label on my music, I would say it's soul R&B.
Okay.
Because it comes from the soul and it's got an R&B feel.
Right.
But I studied the greats like Sam Cooke.
Right.
Wilson Pickett. I go way back, man. I mean, I love studying music and the original sound when they didn't have the auto-tune. People had to actually sing.
Right.
And nobody could fix your voice.
Right.
You had to get up there and sing, and that's where I come from. You can just give me a mic or give you a mic.
Right.
They give either one of us a microphone, and we sing. We don't have to have music blaring and blasting.
Yeah. Right.
We don't have to have music blaring and blasting to hide our voice, because our voice speaks for itself, and that is truly a gift from God. Everybody doesn't have that.
You're right, man. So how often do you hit stages, man? How often are you on the road doing what you need to do to make sure Vernon is the Don is actually out there, man?
Every day I practice.
Okay.
Every day I practice, but I do shows. I do shows as they come. I don't call promoters.
Right.
I don't call promoters, and I don't ask to get on shows. I've just never done that, and I never will. Nothing against promoters, but if they want you on the show, they'll call you to be on the show.
No doubt.
So that's where I am with that. But I sing every day. Every day, all day. My wife, my kids, they get tired of hearing it. You know, they to me, you know, when I hit the stage, I'm the Don. But when I go home, I'm just the father. Man,
I get that totally. You know, I heard you say you work with a lot of different producers. Are you a writer? Do you write your own lyrics?
I do. Okay. I write as well. I write and produce. I produce tracks myself.
Oh, you do produce?
Yes, I produce tracks myself.
So you have a studio and all this stuff?
I have a studio. God has blessed me to be able to have a studio right down the hallway from my bedroom.
Oh, man. So how often do you get up and trinkle around with your own creativity, man?
Every day.
Every day?
Every day that I'm home.
You get in there and
I'm in the studio doing something. I'm in there mixing, trying to master something, or coming up or writing a new song. I have songs. I have more songs than I have time to release.
I do understand that. Let me ask you. So, do you produce other people? Are you producing anybody?
I have produced some songs for some people.
Okay.
A lot of people, man, and I don't like calling them. I produced something for MP Soul.
Okay. Guy named MOSE.
It's MOSE Pierce.
Yeah, MOSE Pierce. Yes, sir.
VJ Wildman.
Okay.
I produced something for I think Kiko. I think I did something for Kiko.
Okay.
I produce for a lot of people, man. Yeah, but okay. I'm the type of person. I produce a track and I send it to somebody and I say, here.
Right.
I don't say send me a check.
Right.
I don't say send me money. I don't say I need to keep the rights to it. I say here, this is yours. And I only do stuff for people like that I love and care about, such as yourself.
Right.
You know, I feel like, you know, building a relationship with somebody is better than trying to eat off of them.
Right. Right.
Because the money's gonna come. Money is gonna come.
Right.
Money's gonna come. And if you do right, you're going to get blessed. But with anything,
right,
as anything that you endeavor in, if you do right by people,
correct,
you will always be blessed.
Well, man, I listen to you, man, and you can be an inspiration to a lot of people, man. And I'm not sure what inspires you, but we're gonna take a small pause and let my sponsors talk. And when I come back, I'm gonna ask you more about what inspires you to be the Don, man. Y'all sit tight, y'all. We'll be right back after a word from our sponsors.
The first annual pre-Labor Day concert, Sunday, September 5th at ACOF Event outside of the gym, 1911 6th Avenue North in Bessemer, right behind the Wells Fargo Bank. Featuring G. Tonga, Mr. Smoke, Certified Slim, Miss Portia, the legendary Willie Mack, and the Velvet Voice, MOSE STOVALL. Bring your lawn chairs, tents, and make sure to wear masks. There will be food vendors, but make sure to bring your coolers, no glass containers. Early bird tickets are 2 for $50 or $35 at the gate. You can get your tickets at JB's House of Fashion or at Eventbrite.com. It's the first annual pre-Labor Day concert, Sunday, September 5th. Gates open at 2 p.m. Show starts at 3. For information and vendor spots, call 205-705-4050. King Johnny's Entertainment presents the first annual pre-Labor Day concert, Sunday, September 5th at ACOF Event outside of the gym, 1911 6th Avenue North in Bessemer, right behind the Wells Fargo Bank. Featuring G. Tonga, Mr. Smoke, Certified Slim, Miss Portia, the legendary Willie Mack, and the Velvet Voice, MOSE STOVALL. Bring your lawn chairs, tents, and make sure to wear masks. There will be food vendors, but make sure to bring your coolers, no glass containers. Early bird tickets are 2 for $50 or $35 at the gate. You can get your tickets at JB's House of Fashion or at Eventbrite.com. It's the first annual pre-Labor Day concert, Sunday, September 5th. Gates open at 2 p.m. Show starts at 3. For information and vendor spots, call 205-705-4050.
Household Remodeling and Ironworks is licensed and bonded. For all your residential and commercial needs, Household Remodeling and Ironworks specialize in wrought iron burglar doors and windows, custom wrought iron estate doors, custom-built handrails and gates, lawn service, trailer gates, and heating and air conditioning protected cages for home, businesses, and churches. Call Household Remodeling and Ironworks today at 205-206-9878. That's 205-206-9878 to get your free estimate today. Locally owned and operated. Look for Household Remodeling and Ironworks on Facebook.
Yeah. I'm at the shot house, right where I wanna be. I'm at the shot house. All the pretty women here know me. I'm at the shot house.
Welcome back. I'm your host, MOSE STOVALL, and I'm sitting here tonight with my man, Vernon, the Don Washington. It's a great brother, y'all. And, when I left that last segment, I told you I was going to come back and ask him about what inspires the Don to do music. And this brother is a spiritual brother, and we're going to touch on some of that. Don, tell me, man, what inspires you to do music, man? You've been doing this, you say, all your life, but you've been doing it professionally on a 6 or 7 year scale. Yeah. You're producing, you're writing, you're singing, you're performing. What inspires the Don, man?
What inspires me is good music and God.
Okay.
You know? God is my inspiration for everything. You know, it's been he's been with me at my highest,
right.
He's been with me at my lowest. And I don't care who you are, you've had some low points in your life.
Oh yeah.
And when I felt like giving up, he just always whispered in my ear, hey man, I got you.
Right.
And no matter what, he's always had me, and he still has me. So my thing has always been is that I just want to inspire people with my music. I write about my life,
right.
Things that I've gone through, situations with with relationships, with family, with friends. I mean, that makes, real life situations make the best songs to me.
Speaking on that, man, you got a song called "You Need a Plaque." What inspired that song, man? Because that's one of my favorites by the Dawn, man. Because I'm a lover, and I love, my woman, and I know that song stands for that, man. What inspired that song?
I have a friend of mine in Shreveport, Louisiana, and he sent me the track, and he had some words to it, and he wanted me to leave a few words in there because he wrote it for his sister.
So somebody else wrote it.
He wrote the hook for his sister and his mom.
Okay.
I finished out the song.
Okay.
And as I was writing it, and I actually recorded it with Slack.
Okay.
I recorded it at Slack.
Slack
Studio.
did the track?
Mm-hmm. No, Slack didn't do the track.
Okay.
He didn't do the track. I'm sitting up here trying to think of his name. Mojo.
Okay.
Mojo out of Shreveport, Louisiana. He did the track. Mojo did the track from start to finish. I just recorded it at Slack's house.
Right.
At Slack Studio, I'm sorry.
Okay.
And after he gave me a little bit of the words, it was easy for me to fill it in because I believe that every woman deserves a plaque. Every woman deserves a plaque. Every woman deserves a plaque because they go through so much, and we put them through so much. We put them through a lot as men. I mean, I'm not bashing men, but we can put a woman through some stuff.
Right. You're so
and at the same time, we as men, we go through stuff with women. But it all balances itself out. It always balances itself out.
Well, I hear you educating a lot of brothers, man, and like I just said, you're a spiritual brother. Where does all that stuff come from, man? Grew up in the church, or?
I grew up in the church, grandfather, grandmother, church every Sunday morning. They just taught us to never forget what God has done for you.
Right.
No matter how high you get, you're never going to be higher than Him.
Correct.
So always remember what He's done for you in your life and try to pass that on to the next person.
Right.
Pass the blessing on. If you can help somebody, you help them. You help them. If you look down on somebody, make sure that you're getting them up off the ground and not kicking them.
Oh yeah, man, that's real. That's real right there.
I mean, it's just so much that people just get so tied up in. It's easy to get tied up in a bunch of foolishness, and once you get tied up in the foolishness, it only takes one time.
Right.
Once you're tied up in it, you're tied up in it. I don't care if you walk away from it. Your name will forever be related to the mess.
Mm-hmm.
So, to me, if it doesn't bring, I ask myself in any situation, what piece of quality does it add to my life?
Right.
What does it add to my life?
Right.
What does this add to my life?
Correct.
And if I look at it and it says nothing, it don't add nothing. I mean, it doesn't put any money in my pocket. It doesn't improve me as a human, as a person, as a father, as a grandfather. So it has to add quality to my life, and I don't see any mess that's ever going to do that. So I stay away.
Speaking of mess, man, we work in a business that's dog eat dog world, man. And how do you navigate from the mess, man? How do you stay out of that stuff, man?
It's easy. I see it, but I don't see it.
Okay.
It's hilarious to me a lot of times that I see adults acting like children.
Right.
And that's them. If that's what they want to do, they can do that. I have no problem with that.
Correct.
Just don't. I don't bring it into my world.
Right.
I want them to keep that on that side. So by not wanting it in my world, I don't come in. I don't share. I don't get involved in it. Because once you do something like that, even if you share it, you may as well.
That puts your dog in the fight.
That puts you in there.
Yeah, gives you a dog.
That puts you on either this side or that side.
Right.
So I'd rather just not bother and be bothered with it at all because it's really non-productive.
Right. Yeah, it's a negative, man, and negative has no room for greatness, man. If you're gonna be great, you can't be negative, man. What can you tell a brother that's trying to just upstarting in this business, want to do music? What can you give them, man, as a roadmap?
What I would give them is never get discouraged and never let anyone tell you that you can't do it. Right. Never let anybody tell you what you can't do.
There's no such thing, right?
No, because if God has put it on you, if God has given it to you, it's not for man to take away from you.
Right.
So never let anybody tell you what you can't do. I don't care if you're not the best singer.
Right.
I don't care if you're not the best dancer. I don't care if you're not, not the best performer. If you got the courage to get on that stage and look at people and sing to them,
right,
then you got it, because it takes a lot to do that. And everybody can't do it. I'm telling you, everybody can't get on that stage and look down at that crowd of 200 or 300 eyeballs looking back at them, and start to sing. A lot of people freeze up, but never be discouraged, man. And always, no matter what the situation is, talk to God about it first before you do something foolish.
Y'all heard it from this brother. He's very inspirational. He's very spiritual and very positive, man. And I like that, man. Let me ask you something. What's on the horizon for Don? I know you say you got 7 singles, 3 albums. What's your latest single and what's on the horizon?
Well, I have a song out with Beat Flipper produced. I have a song out with Crystal Thomas called When We Make Love, Good Love, and Beat Flipper. I got so many, man. Hold on. Let me make sure I don't forget anybody. One second. I don't want to be unprofessional here. I don't want to forget anybody because
please don't leave anybody out, man. Exactly. Well, you spoke on a lot of them.
They do.
You spoke on a lot of them, and man, these guys. I work with a lot of those folks, and Crystal Thomas, man, is such a phenomenal.
That's my sister.
Man, that girl is a woman, man. That's a woman. She's so spiritual and she's anointed. She has a calling on her life, man, on her voice, and I respect her to the utmost. And I know I've watched you talk about her, so I know exactly how you feel about her, man.
That's my sister. That's my heart. That's my sister. She call, I'm coming.
Yes, sir.
If I call, she's coming.
Yes, sir.
No matter what it is. But let me. It's called When We Make Love by Crystal Thomas.
Okay.
Crystal Thomas featuring the Don. And then I have one, How I Feel About You.
Okay.
Beat Flipper just produced that one.
How I Feel About You.
Then I have You All On Me that was just produced by Omar Cunningham.
Great, brother.
And then I have a song that Tony T mixed, the track. It's called I Want You.
Okay.
So, I mean, it's even though I'm a producer, man, I don't mind. I love working with other people, positive people, because every one of those people I just named are so positive. When I say positive,
yes, sir,
I mean positive. You go in a studio session with them, you're not going to hear about what's going on in the Southern Soul world, because we're in that record music.
That's not even a factor. I know. I work with Beat Flipper. I work with Omar. Never talked about anything negative, man. Me and Omar was on label together for years, along with Vic Allen, Soul First Records, and we worked closely together, man. But I want to thank you personally today, man. Tonight, I got to Texas, and this brother opened his arms up, wide for me and my family, and I just can't speak enough about it, man. I knew he was that brother already, but he showed up today and showed out, and then tonight, him and his wife came out to support me for my birthday. So, man, I want to thank you personally, man, for what you do in the music world and what you do in the real world. There is a difference, man. And I'm all about the music, but I'm all about real life. And I love you, brother. I'm going to tell everybody right here on TV, I do. And I want to thank you again for coming on, man. You welcome here anytime, man, to the Red Couch.
Let me make sure that I send a shout out to my brother.
Do it.
My soul brother, Calvin Richardson.
Yes, sir.
I don't know if you'll ever see this, but I just want to send a shout out to him. Me and Calvin is a straight, down-to-earth friend.
Calvin did a show in Birmingham today, along with one of my bands, the Connection Band, out at Wiggins Park in Birmingham. So, Calvin, you heard it. The Don is shouting at you, man. He's giving you all kind of props.
As well as my friend, my brother Lavelle, who just dropped a single with Anthony Hamilton. It debuted today on Sirius XM Radio.
Now make sure y'all go check that out, Lavelle and Anthony
Congratulations,
Hamilton.
my brother.
Yeah, from me too, man. Much homage. I want to thank you guys for checking in today, and we're getting ready to get out of here. That's the Don. He's in Houston, Texas. Tell them how they can find your stuff, man.
You can meet me, you can go on YouTube, Vernon, the Don Washington, and you can see all of my music. The Don. It'll be under the Don.
That's T-H-A.
T-H-A.
D-O-N. Make sure you look him up. The brother's great. His music is great. And he's looking for you. I'll be back in a minute right after a word from our sponsors.
first annual pre-Labor Day concert, Sunday, September 5th at ACOF Event outside of the James, 1911 6th Avenue North in Bessemer, right behind the Wells Fargo Bank, featuring G. Songs, Mr. Smoke, Certified Slim, Miss Portia, the legendary Willie Mack, and the Velvet Voice MOSE STOVALL. Bring your lawn chairs, tents, and make sure to wear masks. There will be food vendors, but make sure to bring your coolers. No glass containers. Early bird tickets are 2 for $50 or $35 at the gate. You can get your tickets at JB's House of Fashion or at Eventbrite.com. It's the first annual pre-Labor Day concert, Sunday, September 5th. Gates open at 2 p.m. Show starts at 3. For information and vendor spots, call 205-705-4050. King Juddy's Entertainment presents the first annual pre-Labor Day concert, Sunday, September 5th at ACOF Event outside of the James, 1911 6th Avenue North in Bessemer, right behind the Wells Fargo Bank, featuring G. Songs, Mr. Smoke, Certified Slim, Miss Portia, the legendary Willie Mack, and the Velvet Voice MOSE STOVALL. Bring your lawn chairs, tents, and make sure to wear masks. There will be food vendors, but make sure to bring your coolers. No glass containers. Early bird tickets are 2 for $50 or $35 at the gate. You can get your tickets at JB's House of Fashion or at Eventbrite.com. It's the first annual pre-Labor Day concert, Sunday, September 5th. Gates open at 2 p.m. Show starts at 3. For information and vendor spots, call 205-705-4050.
Household Remodeling and Ironworks is licensed and bonded. For all your residential and commercial needs, Household Remodeling and Ironworks specialize in wrought iron burglar doors and windows, custom wrought iron estate doors, custom-built handrails and gates, lawn service, trailer gates, and heating and air conditioning protected cages for home, businesses, and churches. Call Household Remodeling and Ironworks today at 205-206-9878. That's 205-206-9878 to get your free estimate today. Locally owned and operated. Look for Household Remodeling and Ironworks on Facebook.
That does it for today. Be God's will. We'll catch you back here next week. Same time, same station. Until then, you be good.